Hey there YouTube, it's your man, Cosplay Ray, and we are back with another episode of We Are Epic Cosplay. This slideshow will be focused on my Black Lightning build from the CW show, Black Lightning. So as I usually start out, I usually start with the mask. If I do the mask and it starts coming out the way I like it to, I kind of finish it, and it gives me hyped up to finish the rest of the build. So here is the first version of the mask. I actually made two versions, but this is the first one. Here I'm finding some really nice gloves from Home Depot that I was able to modify and make them a lot closer to the gloves that they kind of use on the show. Right about here, I'm just getting different pieces together and starting the chest plate build. It's made out of EVA floor mat foam material. And here I'm just getting the sizing done, and I usually use my chest dimensions to make my templates. And here I'm using a rubberized floor mat to glue the chest plate onto for the abdomen, and I'll also use it for the side pieces for the to connect the front and the back halves of this costume. So as you can see here, right now I am adding Wonderflex to the chest lightning bolts. Check out Wonderflex at wonderflexworld.com, www.wonderflexworld.com, and if you're interested in finding out about that. So here is the back portion, or the shoulder strap part of the costume, and it took a little while of getting this measurement the way it needed to be, so it wasn't so low in the back portion. But as you can see right here, I'm able to wear it at this point. The paint job on the lightning bolts have already been kind of established. Right here I'm working on the back portion, the lower back portion of the costume, and added some L wire to the lightning bolts to give it a little bit more of a pop. So as we see right here, I'm starting the gauntlet process and was able to add some L tape to the gauntlets to give it that lightning bolt lit up look, which I was very excited about. A friend of mine sent me those. Well, he sent me the tape. I had to cut it, measure it and everything, and get it to fit on the gauntlet, but it was a very awesome touch, and I think it brought a lot to the costume by lighting up the costume. The costume seemed to have such a better result when you add lights. I'm not that great at adding lights, but L wire and L tape, it all has battery packs, so it was kind of the easiest way to add these simple lights, but it did make a difference. So I believe here is pretty much doing the whole paint job and getting everything situated. I like to use a gunmetal acrylic paint. I wish I had my airbrush, but I don't, so I have to do everything by brush. So right in this time frame is when I got my undersuit, which I ordered from like China. It was the closest thing I could find to the undersuit from the show. Here are the foam shoulder pads and the foam bicep armor. Painting process, and as always, I always like to put a plasti dip, at least 3 coats down before I paint anything. It's a good primer. And I found these really inexpensive shoes at Walmart that I thought I definitely could use for the costume. And at this point, I'm just pretty much using industrial Velcro to mount all these pieces onto like the shoulder pads and the bicep armor, to mount them onto the undersuit. This right here is the template for the thigh armor. Here's the thigh armor engraved and heat formed and plasti dipped and painted. And right here I decided to put some Wonderflex Pro on the bicep so it wouldn't crack or crease before I painted it. As you can tell here, this is the start of the Shin Armor. Here's my template, or basically the drawing of it. Here it is, cut out, heat shaped. Now I'm adding more accents to the front of the shin, adding some more accents to the side, which will be a lightning bolt kind of design on the side. More accents. And it's a really good fit with these the Shin Armors. It didn't go completely around the whole leg or the calf area, but it covered at least 3/4 of the calf, so it was a really good fit. And here I am starting the new mask. I kind of wanted to see if I could get a mask a little bit closer to the shape from the show. So it's all made from craft foam that you could get at like Michael's. Here we are in the paint job process, which I think the paint job is a very important thing. It really makes it pop. And here is myself with Tony Isabella, one of the co-creators of Black Lightning, at the Greater Philadelphia Comic Con. And no introduction needs to be done right here. Nafisa Williams. So remember, like I say, hashtag I cosplay my way, and you can too, and you should too.